Yo, yo, it's episode 13 of my blind RuneScape 3 playthrough. Let's talk about what we're working on. As usual, the main objective, which I'm not going to touch at all in this episode, is to complete all quests in release order. Last episode, I did finally get my combat high enough that I should be comfortable with Dragon Slayer 1. However, I've pivoted to focusing more strongly on unlocking the Invention skill. Invention has massive downstream impacts for every core loop in the game, so we're going to start working on that now that Divination is really close to 80. It's going to require a bunch of mining, both regular ore for smithing and gem rocks for leveling crafting. Still doing lots and lots of dailies. The new daily I'm working on is Cabbage Face Punch Bonanza for the Seed-Aside and Farmer outfit. Once I get those, I am never going to touch it again. I also am still trying to find as many dailies and weeklies as I can. One weekly is called Herblore Habitat. So I'm going to get to 70 Hunter to unlock that, although it's not as exciting as it sounds, and I'm probably not going to bother with it very much. Minor priorities on the back burner right now are getting Chinchampas for the player-owned farm and Het statue pieces for more Scarab XP. I think I missed this on the Candy Loop tracker last episode, but the thing I'm going to be opening today's episode with is Stealing Creation. The reason I'm doing the Stealing Creation minigame is that it awards a skilling outfit for crafting and for fletching, and I'm going to want that for my 80 crafting grind. So yeah, without further ado, here's episode 13, Stealing Creation. Enjoy. Well, even minigame spotlight on a Saturday morning, nobody seems to be playing this minigame, so I might be SOL for the fletching outfit and the crafting outfit. I need to do my Cabbage Face Punch. I didn't do it yesterday. It looks like folks might be in the minigame. I want to do one Stealing Creation minigame. It's going to be a shit show as I try to figure out how it works. But I just want to see how many points you get per round, because if it's reasonable, then I'll definitely go for the artisan outfit before I do any more crafting training. Okay, it looks like a game is actually happening here. I'm trying to read the wiki article a little bit, so I kind of know what to do. I think people generally avoid PvP, so I should theoretically just be able to get a tool and mine. It might be worth trying to summon a familiar, but I don't think I have a high enough summoning for that to be worth it. I kind of like the premise of this game. It was like they were trying to make a mini game that incorporated every single skill, which seems difficult. All right, game is starting. I guess I'll show you my character since I've never done this before. Just need one to process at the creation kiln. And I want to make a tool, right? Pickaxe. Class 1 pickaxe. Okay. And oh wow, this is like jankier than I was expecting. I was reading the description. I didn't realize the room was just going to look as simple as that. Kind of interesting. There's a swarm to collect. I've got a pickaxe. Can I like mine these rocks maybe? I think most people are fishing over here. Need 80 fishing to collect that clay. Okay, maybe the things I have the choice to interact with change. Not clear what I can and can't do here, really. It might be randomized what skills you have available. The only one I have that I can do is the class 2 swarm, because I have Hunter 58. I need to get that up to 60. I guess I also need to get summoning up to 40 before I really mess with this minigame. Okay, I think I'm starting to understand this better. So nobody fights each other, thank God. You come in here, you get a single level 1 fragment, you make the tool that you can use, right? So I'm going to make a butterfly net tier 3. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the rest of this junk. I can't actually use it. And then you just collect as much stuff as you can. You turn it all into arrows, which I know I guess normally would be high risk if anyone was PvPing, but nobody does. And then you deposit all your arrows in the base. This is a way more simple, like, rudimentary minigame than I thought it was from the description. I was expecting this, like, vast map with all these different things instead of just these kind of, like, awkward nodes. And I think a lot of this is, like, pointless, like this rift does nothing. Interesting concept for a minigame. I'd like to see if, like, old school were to implement this, how they would make it less stupid. Okay, I'm gonna get, like, no points from this game, but I think I get it for the next game. And I guess I could see if I could try to quickly hit a couple level ups here, but I want to take advantage of the fact that this is still on Spotlight, so players are actually going to be playing it. So I might not be able to pop out and get a couple skill levels. Worst case, if I can't get the outfit now, I can get it next time it comes on Spotlight and just try to get my skill levels up for it at that time. Okay, so you get diminishing returns on score above 20k anyway, so it doesn't really matter that I'm not that high level, or I was able to mostly make garbage, because who cares? As long as you get 20k, you get your 20 points per round. So I have 22 reward points, and I need 100 reward points for an item. Wow, this seems kind of terrible, actually, because that means it's 5 hours for one artisan piece. I'm sorry, it's 1 hour per artisan piece, so it's a 5-hour grind for the full set. It's probably gonna take me more time to get the set than the XP I would get if I just spent that time mining for more gems, but I don't know, I like having the sets. I guess the artisan headgear has a special effect, so if I were to just go for one item, I could go for the artisan headgear. That's 200 points, so that's 20 minutes times 10. 200 minutes. It's a little over 3 hours. That's probably worth going for. I'm going to try to explain the minigame for my own sake next time we play, to summarize it better than the wiki does, I think, once I load in here. And we'll see how realistically how many points I get when I'm actually like trying, because that time I only got like 20k points, so maybe I can get way more than that and do it faster than I was estimating. Okay, this one has a class 4 rock, which I think I can do. So we do pickaxe, and it has trees that I almost certainly can do. I think I only need one piece from this rock in order to be able to get a class 4 pickaxe. Okay, so basically there's all these squares, and they can randomly roll a skilling node. So there's like one here for cutting a tree, there's one here for being a hunter, right? And then based on your skill level, you can get clay from those things, which you can then turn into items. So, and the items have different tiers based on your skill level. I haven't gotten a single clay from this. So you try to gather as much clay as you can, you turn it into as many items as you can, and then you turn those items in at the deposit station for resources. I don't know if there's just a chance for me to pull ore from this. What I'd probably do is pick up a class 3 something to make it give me a higher chance of collecting this. I'm definitely doing it wrong right now. So what I think I can do is I can go make a level 1 butterfly net. Actually, let's do a hatchet first so I can get to level 2. Okay, and then with the level 2, I'll do butterfly net. I think this makes more sense. You're trying to like go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. So I made a level 2 butter net. Now I'm going to make a level 3 pickaxe. And then with the level 3 pickaxe, should have an easier time getting one level 4 clay, which I can then make into a level 4 pickaxe, and then I can make everything else out of level 4. There's more actual nodes that I can interact with this time. Last time it was a lot of fishing nodes. Okay, I finally got tier 4. So we go tier 4 pickaxe and tier 4 butterfly net, and I'm probably going to need a tier 4 hatchet as well. Then you preferably want to make things that stack like arrows or runes, but my fletching and runecraft levels aren't high enough to support that. So instead I'm going to deposit all this other junk. Don't want it to deposit... Okay, I gotta be careful here. Oh, okay, and now the timer's working. It said game ending the whole time last time. I was really confused. And I would summon a Beast of Burden, but I feel like I need more summoning levels for that to be worth it. Looks like base 60 stats would be really convenient here. I might work on that at some point. Yeah, if you have base 60 stats, you can do tier 4 materials for everything. So just 60 fletching would be really convenient to be able to turn all of that clay into stacking arrows. I can only do it with tier 3 stuff at the moment. Okay, I didn't understand this before, but when you go to deposit stuff, it tries to save the highest tier tool that you own that you're qualified to be able to use, which is what I didn't understand, that you do have to qualify for these. The class 3 requires level 40 or higher, which I have in pretty much every stat. And then 4 is 60 or higher. Really close to 60 on a lot of the skills that matter here, like woodcutting. Alright, so the second game, I think I understood what was happening better than the first game. Got a comparable number of points, but I still didn't completely understand at the beginning what I should do right at the start. I should try to build a tier 1 tool, and then a tier 2 tool, and then a tier 3 tool, and so on. And then pick whatever the highest one I can work on is for as long as I can. If I can make arrows, I think I want to make arrows because they stack. So less banking, essentially, but today's the end of minigame spotlight for this, so I'm just going to try to do as much of it as I humanly can before the reset. I need to do cabbage face punch, but I guess it's not going anywhere. I don't need to do that during Spotlight like I have to do with this. Might end up doing part of it on mobile later. We'll see. If so, I'll just report back how many points I got. Wow, somebody mentioned that there were diminishing returns, but they weren't kidding. Like, I think it's worth getting maybe 34k points, but after that, it's just like completely pointless to keep going other than to force end the minigame sooner. I ended up with like 47k this time almost, just from understanding what I was doing better, but that only gives me 2 more points than I got last game. That's really funny. 1 more point than I got last game, actually. All right, I got 23 points that time. That one a little bit better. I'm gonna stick with it for now. I should be able to at least get the crafting headpiece, modified crafting headpiece, even if I don't get anything else. I guess this minigame is interesting in theory in the sense that, like, it can potentially support a lot of different players of differing skill levels, because, like, the lower level characters are just going to deplete the lower level nodes first. I really need to finish getting level 60 woodcutting and hunter before I do more of this, I think. I might even pop out to get that after this game. I wish I could, like, teleport the picture in my brain that I had of this minigame from reading the wiki description compared to what it actually is. In my brain, it's like, okay, you have to do every task. You're going to, like, gather from rocks and trees, and you're going to fish. And there's combat, and these creation forges and places to go hunting, and I'm just imagining this like giant colorful map with all these crazy things to do in different places. I was not expecting this like grid of skilling nodes and like pointless agility walls and pits that probably take more time to jump over than to just walk around. This has pretty strong like middle school dungeon master energy. Like I can see what happened, that they were like, oh, we want to make a mini game where you can use every skill. It's like, okay, that's a cool idea. But the fantasy is way better than the actual implementation. Way better. I was talking about popping out to get 60 hunter and 60 woodcutting, but I'm not even sure that's necessary. Like, I think you get 20k points. You even get, you know, to the point where you're getting like 23k points pretty easily as long as you're able to do a tier 3 resource for most of the game. Ended up with more like 60k points this game. I think it's relatively reasonable to get to 25 points, so only 4 games per piece, I guess. All right, I got 25 points for that game. Find the merchant, rewards mystic, exchange. I have 70 points. Oh my god, that took so long to get 70 points. I'll get my 1 piece. I'll keep going for 1 piece, but then I think I need to bounce out of this and go do something else. Like, this is time is of the essence, because I think people only ever do it during minigame Spotlight, but games are way too long for the amount of actual content in them. You could probably cut them in half, or at least remove the diminishing returns on points. Okay, it looks like there's a Discord that does stealing creation and, like, schedules it, so I don't need to do this right now. I don't need to do it during Spotlight, especially since I'm not going to be using the Thaler for anything. Okay, I'm going to join that Discord, and then I'll keep doing this when it's scheduled, because it's like a group of people who do it with no combat, which is ideal. I do not have enough points. I have 94 points from screwing up my first couple games. I don't think I want to do one more game. I might come back and do one more game, but I got to get my cabbage face punch daily shit taken care of, so I suppose I'll go try to work on that really fast. All right, let me see how long it takes me to cap points in cabbage face punch. I just want to do this until I get the Cetus side and the farmer's outfit, and I'm worried that that's going to take a really long time. Still getting booted to the lobby every other time I join in here. Maybe that means there's nobody else playing it. I guess we'll see. All right, well, there's somebody else in the game, and they're attacking me as a gorilla, so kind of undermining the whole point. I think this one's really bad. Probably fine if you're solo. It's probably still a little annoying if you're solo. Okay, I think I might actually be in here solo now, and it's much better, so hopefully no one else joins in. Okay, this minigame is wildly more tolerable when you're solo, just because of the points you get for surviving each round. It's a triangular number, right? You get 1 point for surviving round 1, 2 for surviving round 2, 3 for round 3, and so on. So you end up getting a ton of points just for surviving without really having to focus too much on the minions. So yeah, as long as I can get in here solo, I need to figure out what time of day is best to try to do that. I feel like this minigame is actually going to suck more during the minigame Spotlight, because there's going to be too many people here, and it's going to be impossible to get them to not be gorillas, right? So you get 55 points just for surviving around 10, which is not too bad. 127 total from making a reasonable effort. So I might try to keep doing this here on mobile, and I'll come back and report when I'm done. All right, I finished. I ended up doing everything for Cabbage Face Punch on mobile, and it took about 35 minutes, which isn't too bad. It's probably the longest daily that I have to do, but I don't have to do it for terribly long. I'll get the seed aside tomorrow, and then after that, it's 800 for Farmer's Outfit piece. So a few days after that, and then I can never do this again, which would be great. I need something that I can do without needing to comment at all, and it doesn't give me any XP, and I think that's stealing creation. So I'm going to keep doing stealing creation and see if I can get parts of that crafting set. So that Discord is pretty awesome. They're doing a Pride event for stealing creation. I don't have any cosmetics that I can wear to join them, but this is pretty fun. This is a no combat fast stealing creation group. Hey, this fast stealing creation group is incredible. They're like the nicest people in the world. The people who run it are doing it very, very well. They're very friendly to newbies. I've been asking lots of questions and they haven't been weird about it. This is like possibly one of the nicest social experiences I've had in an MMO in this fast SC group. So I'm not gonna have a lot more time to comment on it. I just wanted to give them their props that they're great. Thanks to everybody in this group for being so cool. All right, this little group ended up going pretty far, not all the way for me. I did get enough points here that I'll be able to get a couple pieces, 2 points short of a third piece. I'm going to get the Artisan Outfit headpiece. Oh, I can't pick which one I'm getting. Okay, that's okay. Then I'll do it again. I guess I need to get the full set to get the modified headpiece, which is probably fine. That's 2 pieces, that's not bad. And then I can get a third piece with a single more game. I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for that Discord server to run that again, and I'll just keep doing it until I get the full set. I won't do any crafting training until I have all of it, I think. All right, y'all, it's a new day, which means, you know it, new daily. Oomly bird. Huh. Didn't realize you could get those. Basically, all my animals were diseased today, and I guess my chickens are out of pineapples, so I might need to like go really hard on pineapples. Just make a ton of trips to fill these troughs as much as humanly possible. Able to do an easy request here for my arm, jute seeds, and a chicken. Yeah, here we go. Farming reputation boon medium. 1, please. Sweet. That's a lot of rep. Usually can't do those because they're asking for too much stuff, but that's pretty reasonable. Farming, 62. Prayer, 52. Working on getting the pineapples. I think I'm also going to buy out the food shop stock over here. There's kind of a reproduction of the Culinarimancer chest, and I think I can get a ton of cooking apples from this guy. Yeah, 50 of them, so I'm going to use that as well. Check to see if I'm allowed to put noted food in the trough. That would be really nice. I'm going to add cooking apples onto my daily list. Since I can get 50 of them much faster than I can collect 25 pineapples here. Out of the cache, 42k XP. It did give me the buff, and I do need these vibrant wisps for making porters, so I'm going to go ahead and try to hop to the community divination server. All right, wrapping up fish flingers. I really got to sit down and just do all 10 of these tickets. I guess I'm no longer getting a full level anymore. Past 50 is when that stops. Oh, hey, I was rank 1. Kind of cool. Did not get a third big fish that time, even though I was tick manipulating. Oh well. Second place, it happens. All right, I'm gonna try to do Cabbage Face Punch, but it's on Spotlight right now, which makes it sounds like you really don't want to do this game on Spotlight. But I should be able to get the seed aside next time I'm able to complete it. If for whatever reason it's like too horrible to do, I'll just wait until it's off Spotlight. I was really having problems getting this minigame to run on mobile. Like, I don't know, 7 out of every 8 attempts I would get booted to the lobby while trying to load in. There's one other person here, which isn't too bad. Maybe everybody kind of has the same attitude. It's like, don't do this during Spotlight, so no one's here. I'm about to get more points than I usually get for this. I should get about 127 points this round, which isn't too bad. This is like really, really laggy, this mini game. I don't know if it's just the service or whatever, but like I'll click something and sometimes my character just won't move for 3 seconds. It's awful. This round has 4 players. It might be a problem. It's much better when you're solo too, just because when you get to the end zone, it immediately moves the timer down to 10 seconds. I feel like if you manage to have a solo world, probably the most effective thing you could do for points is just constantly run to the other side. 55 points all the time. The lag in this game is so bad that I clicked out of the safe zone after the round ended, and it still turned me into a gorilla. Annoying. I really need to not do this during Spotlight time. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Lots of things go wrong. I need another 100 points and I can be done. I have enough now that I can afford the seed aside, but I want to start building up for the farmer outfit. All right, did about as well as I was gonna do. I'm like 8 points short of the daily bonus, but I'd have to do an entire game to earn those, so I'm not. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up the seed aside here, 2,200 points. Yep, and then it shouldn't take me terribly long to get the farmer's outfit. If I can get 1,200 points per day, I'll get 2 parts tomorrow, and then a day and a half after that, and I'll be done. I think I just add that to my tool belt. Oh, but it's Slayer Master. I have to unlock that. Okay. I can wear it, though. And I think I can tell it what I want it to seed aside. Alright. Instead of being dropped, selected seeds will be destroyed for 2 times the planting experience. So, I think almost all of these, honestly. Outside of, like, higher level stuff that I don't recognize. Unless if I really know that I'm going to want to do stuff with these. Probably don't want to do herb seeds. It's likely I'll actually use those. Definitely these guys. Save watermelon and snape grass. I might actually use those. Keep the tree seeds. Need to finish working on herblore habitat. I've just had too much other stuff going on lately. All right, I'm almost done with dailies. I have another Guthix cache I have to do. I'm really excited that this cabbage minigame is going to be... I'm going to be able to leave it behind forever once I get that farmer's outfit. But a thing I was working on and then got distracted from was training hunter, and I'm going to want to do that for stealing creation later. I think there's going to be a organized group for it later. I'd like to get to 60, maybe get to 60 woodcutting, but we'll see how far. I'm going to go for 60 at least, but maybe continue to 70. Hunter 59, 60 hunter, 61 hunter. Alright, I finally have enough of these for automatic looting, which is going to make this so much easier. And then the XP rate's going to explode, I think, once I get to 3k. Hunter, 62. 63 Hunter. It's gotten easier for me to just, like, spam click. It's nice to just not have to think about it at all. Like, the character's moving around constantly, but... spam clicking the scarabs gets me the same XP rate and significantly less brain power. Done with the cache. One more cache will get me to 79. So I really got to start grinding out crafting and smithing here. Hunter 64. I'm going to get 3,000 with plenty to spare. It'll last me most of the way from 65 to 70. Actually curious how fast this is going to be. If you can stack 5 scarabs, you can basically be spam clicking for XP almost constantly. I can't think of times where I have enough scarabs where there'd be any left over. I sometimes get an empty pool even with stacking 3 at a time. All right, I got 3,000 scarabs. It's time to get the huge boost to XP rate here with this one. I'm also very close to having 200 pieces of het, which will increase all XP here by an additional 10%. That's going to be pretty nutty. That's the last thing that matters. There's still the cosmetic upgrade, but I'm going to stay here because the XP rate is insane, and I don't think anything competes, to be honest. Stacking to 5 is ridiculous. You basically constantly have an empty pool. Once you can stack to 5, it's like the limiting factor is the respawn rate of the scarabs. To turn on the Alt 1 XP meter, I'm probably one more piece of het spawn away from being able to do that too. Hey, got my last 2 pieces of het here. I'm going to go turn those in really quick. I think it's that statue up there. All right, repair statue of het. Yes. Again. 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 Huzzah, you fully restore the statue. 10% more XP for this, and I guess the agility course, although it's likely if I come back to agility, it's going to be in the wilderness. Alright, let's see what that does with the XP rate here. Hunter 65. I think it might be worth just going crazy on Hunter here just to get access to implings, right? All kinds of interesting drops from implings. Hunter 66. It's like, if I'm really good at it, it's like 450k an hour. It's crazy that this is like a level 50 skilling method. Hunter 67. I underestimated how many flowers I would need, so I'm going to go grab some super compost and do another round of those. Then I'm probably going to lay off of Hunter training until I get to 70 farming and can do the next tier of scarabs. Alright, I was enjoying the AFK of the flowers and probably overdid it and got like 120, but I guess like if I have any left over at the end of this, I can turn them into honeycombs. It'd be nice to have more honeycombs. I should see what the iris ones do. I'm actually not sure. Oh wow, the iris honeycomb is pretty uniquely useless. It just makes animals likely to have slightly more likely to have offspring with a joyful trait. So it's not like you can feed a ton of them to animals. I guess I'll see what the other flowers here do, because Although woad leaves are by far the easiest, I might actually want honeycombs for things. Okay, so of the flowers I can freely gather here, roses might be useful. Increase the chance of breeding until next offspring. I don't know if it matters, though, if I'm not checking on the farm multiple times a day. Hydrangeas make them immune, which seems not super useful. Hollyhocks might be good. Increases the chance of the next offspring having multiple traits. That could be good. And I guess golden roses are interesting because you can use those to increase the chance that they will be shiny. I like that they adopted shinies from Pokemon. That's pretty funny. 68 Hunter, 2 to go. We'll probably come back and do more of this once I get 70 farming. Hunter, 69. Nice. There we go. 70 Hunter. That went very, very, very easily. Now I have unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. But I did this because there's a weekly I need to unlock called Herblore Habitat. So I gotta go figure out how that works. Ended up requiring about 4,500 total scarabs to get here, so I didn't get the cosmetic upgrade. I will almost certainly come back once I get 70 farming, which is a very long ways off. I'm only like 62. Yeah, I have to more than double my current amount of XP. I really struggle to say Herblore Habitat. As a Midwestern American, I pronounce the word herb. I don't say herb like a British person. I keep wanting to say Herblore Habitat. Okay, it looks like the habitat is in Karamja, all the way in the corner. I'm just going to go there. I've been having a better time just like messing around with events and then reading the wiki instead of trying to read the wiki first, because I think RS3 is even worse than old school RuneScape in that the wiki is written for people who already understand like 70% of what's going on. Oh, I guess there's actually a guy in Taverley that sells teleports to this thing that are reasonably cheap. It's like 2k each, so I'll get like 10 of those or something. Love that this character's name is Betamax. All of the Herblore druids having their name end in X is pretty funny. That's all she sells. Okay. I'll buy 10 of them. That's fine. Oh, they don't stack. Okay. All right, going to this habitat. Gotta figure out what the hell is going on there. Cool animation. Papa Mambo. So I need farming, Herblore, and hunter for this. I feel like he hasn't given me sufficient information here. I'm gonna buy out the stocks of the cheap ones here. Just because I assume they only restock once per day and they're not that expensive. I guess I'll get this one too because I can use it. The prohibit symbol means that it's too high a level for me or something. Okay, I guess I also need these plants, which don't stack. Got it. Okay, so there's like farming patches over here that I can plant these in, I guess. Zombie farmer. There's a tool leprechaun. There's a compost bin. Probably need to make more compost. I like the zombie tool leprechaun. That's pretty great. All right, so there's a druid here. Jadinko requirements. No idea. Okay. So many different Jadinkos. Can you show me how to attract Jadinkos? An actual like little cutscene here. So we're the flower patch. Vine plants don't grow this fast. I have some tricks. There's a Jadinko. They look like little raptors. Send it away. Features. A thermal vent. Okay, so there's some like specific combinations. Construction, okay. So I guess it's good that I have 60 construction that'll let me build a lot of things here. I don't know if the things I build are like permanent. Lay plants on the ground like a box trap. Only be planted here. Okay. So those plants are box traps. That's an important piece of information that the first guy didn't say. Networks of tunnels beneath the Herblore habitat. Can emerge in another hole. Okay. Gothic Ceridome and Zamorak. Tastes vary every week. Okay, I think that makes slightly more sense. Now, I don't know if this is different for everybody. I have a high enough construction to build most of these. Many of them. Guess I'll do... I have no idea which one. I guess I'll do a thermal vent. I can freely change them. It doesn't cost me anything. Okay, I see. Weird. I'm already spawning common Jadinkos, which I think are the only ones that I can catch at my hunter level. To figure out what's up with that. I'm gonna try catching Jadinkos, I guess. I guess there's this like hunter area over here, and what spawns here is based on what I did in there. So it's actually kind of similar to the scarabs, where it's like you get different things based on what flowers you place, right? Okay, these are literally just box traps. They don't like get destroyed or something. That's interesting. Finally caught one. It took a minute. Withered vine. Need to figure out what else these guys drop. Like, what do I care about from this, you know? Well, the XP for doing Jadinkos is extremely bad. What makes this an herblore habitat? It kind of seems like a farming and hunter habitat. I guess because it's secondaries for herblore, but okay. This gives 40k hunter XP an hour if you're perfect, so it's like 10 times worse than scarabs. That's pretty funny. Alright, well I guess the reason to do this is to get some of the seeds that you plant in the habitat that are only obtainable from them. God, the XP rate is so bad. I guess they also drop a thing that you can raise in the player-owned farm, which would be nice once I get a high enough farming level for it, because it seems like it's pretty rare, but it seems like this is encountering the same problem I was having with the Chinchampas, where it's like, why would I do Chinchampas when I can do scarabs for a bajillion XP? Oh, I got the bush seed I needed. That's nice. Just catch the rest of these then. Like climb this vine with 55 agility to get access to another flower patch, it looks like. Alright, I don't think that it's worth me doing this. There is a weekly, but I don't think the weekly particularly matters. I need much higher farming levels and hunter levels to be able to catch everything and do everything here. So I think I need 80 hunter to do everything, so maybe I'll come back once I get farming to 70, because that's when I'm going to do more hunter training anyway. Okay, I really had to like do some deep dive research. One, the weekly is a waste of time. It gives shit XP and a chance for what's effectively a cosmetic outfit that doesn't matter, so I'm not going to worry about the weekly. Usually weeklies have been pretty worth doing. This one seems one of the least worth doing. The only other thing I would care to do this for, I guess, Juju farming pots require 70 farming, 64 herblore, 74 hunter, increases harvests by like 33%, which is pretty powerful for herblore later. We'll probably actually want to do that when I get my herblore up to 64, which is a long ways to go, and my farming up to 70, which is going to happen anyway. So I'll probably make Juju farming pots. That seems worth it. Perfect Juju mining pots sound amazing. It's like an item that basically just makes mining super AFK, but you need to do this game's equivalent of Song of the Elves and have 80 herblore, 80 farming, 80 hunter, and 80 construction, so I'm probably not going to see that for a couple thousand hours. We'll see. All right, well, next thing I want to do is get my woodcutting to 60 before this new stealing creation event, so that I can do a little bit more with woodcutting in that minigame. I might see if I still have time remaining. I think there's somewhere I can cut trees in the Imperial District here. Let me bank stuff first. I might see about making mithril arrows. If I could get fletching to 60, that would make stealing creation quite a bit faster, but it's not mandatory. I already get close to the point cap pretty easily anyway. Wish a corrupted scarab. That was weird. There was a single corrupted scarab here. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Okay, I think these trees are the best for woodcutting XP right now. So I'm just going to do this to 60. I don't really need it for anything else. Oh, the only thing I can do with these logs is make arrow shafts. That seems like a pretty good deal. I need those anyway. 60 woodcutting, that's what I came here for. I'm going to go try to make some mithril arrow tips. I don't think I'm going to be able to come anywhere near to squeezing out 60 fletching, but I guess I'll try. Oh, I got 113 mithril stone spirits. It's a good time to use them, I guess. Plan is to just turn literally all of that into arrow tips and see how much fletching XP that gets me. I miss the banked experience plugin and XP calculator plugins from OSRS. Oh yeah, these stone spirits are great. I'm getting like triple mines occasionally. Really, really good. Barely took any time at all to get basically a full ore box of mithril. Pretty awesome. I'm gonna go make these all into bars and see how much fletching XP that produces. I already had a bunch of coal left over from that earlier coal trucks grind before I realized that they added new variants of coal for all the later metal tiers, so I should have enough to turn all of this into bars. Just got AFK logged making mithril arrow tips, which is pretty great. Now that I know that I can make an entire inventory of unfinished smithing items, it is pretty AFK. Alright, so the XP from fletching mithril arrows is pretty good, but it's not 8 levels in 20 minutes good. I need to find a better long-term solution for fletching. I guess it's probably going to be broader fletching once I get my Slayer high enough, which is quite a ways off. Fletching 53. Alright, I made 2100 arrows and didn't even get more than 1 level, so fletching's going to take a minute. I need to find out, I guess I could try doing runecraft or maybe summoning. I think if I get any of these to 60, that will make stealing creation easier. Or I can just not and only ever process tier 3 materials and still get close to the cap. So I'll probably just end up doing that, just not worry about it, I guess. Fletching 54. Stealing creation event starts in like 12 minutes, so I'm just sitting here finding stuff to do. I'm actually about to run out of space, or I'm about to run out of arrow shafts, so I guess I'll work on cleaning my herbs and maybe making unfinished potions. Finally get some benefit out of that botanist outfit and factory outfit. Alright, doing games. This is such a lovely community. They're so nice. I should be able to get the artisan's outfit. I guess if they're still going, I might keep going for the Fletcher's outfit, but we'll see how long they stay online. It seems like their big challenge is they need to have a minimum of 10 people to do this. Having a lot of fun with the nice people who run this stealing creation minigame. I usually don't like chat very much in this game, so I tend to play it completely solo, but they're very, very fun and nice. They actually changed their Discord banner to a quote from me. I was talking about how like hilarious this minigame is to me, that I'm going in, I'm reading the description, okay, you gotta use every skill, you have to gather every kind of resource, like I'm picturing this like beautiful like Garden of Eden field of plenty, right, with these like powerful creation kilns, and you load it in this like horrible gray flat map with these randomized grid of squares. And I was mentioning how I love the like completely useless agility riffs that are just in the middle of nowhere that you can't do anything with, and that they fill my heart with joy. But I guess they changed their Discord banner to my silly, stupid quote about the agility riffs. It's great. I'm just thinking generically about how many skilling outfits I want to get. And I think that my new rule going forward is I'm going to get a skilling outfit if it has a modified headpiece that does something. Because like Artisan's headpiece generates clay and it saves leather when you're crafting, which sounds like it could be pretty useful. But like the fletching outfit is just XP, and I think the hours I would spend running stealing creation to get the fletching outfit could be better spent actually grinding fletching, and I'd probably get that amount of XP in that time, right? So that's probably what I'm going to use going forward, more or less. We'll see. There's certain outfits, like the lumberjack outfit's trivial to get once you have temple trekking. I'll probably just go for that. All right, I managed to stick with this FC for several hours, and I should have enough points after this game to get the full artisan outfit. Not the fletching outfit, but I'm probably not going to worry about that. I ended up making an alt. Well, I already had an alt in old school, so I was able to sign in with it into RS3. It was my group Iron account, just so that we could fill out and still have 10 people for the games. That's actually been pretty reasonable. Like I've been able to gather regular fragments with the alt while doing this. This wasn't too bad of a grind. It was certainly faster than Flash Powder Factory. All right, got my last game there. I think I have enough points to get the whole outfit. I hope so. So I talk over here to the Rewards Mystic. Rewards Mystic, I can talk. Artisan outfit piece. I have 400 points, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then this should give me the modified headgear, I think. Perfect. Okay, we got it. It is finished. 21 soft clay, teleport to the crafting guild 3 times a day. Or anybody I get a 5% chance to save a piece of leather during crafting. Sounds great. All right, let me equip that and show off what it looks like. Looks pretty cool. Could have gotten this before I cut any of those gems, but it's okay. Like, I need 2 million XP to get to 80 crafting, and I only have 350,000 total right now, so definitely got it earlier rather than later in the grind. Now I feel like I can mine gem rocks again effectively. Cross over the daily threshold while doing those stealing creation games, so now I'm gonna go get new daily stuff. 63 farming. Got dungeoneering 40 in here. Oh, interesting. There was just an update this morning, and it seems to have changed the size of text in the text box, or at least that's an option now. One of my requests today wants a Crandorian seed and a frog, which I should be able to provide. It's going to cost me like 100 beans. It's going to be a really long time until I can actually breed those frogs anyway. So I'm going to see if I can pick up the Crandorian seeds from the Draenor shop. There's a shop in Catherby that I need to add to my list here for pineapples and seaweeds. I'm going to do that really fast. Yeah, this guy, Arhine. Oh, he has a right-click option as of today for seaweed and pineapples. Oh, and they're noted? Right on. Weird that this isn't like a menu and not in a shop. May as well just buy this out every single day. I'm out of Guams, so I can't do my Divine Herb patch, so I'm probably going to head to the Chaos Druid Resource Dungeon again. At some point, I'd like to have some kind of permanent solution for Guams. Maybe start planting Guam seeds or something. Alright, Cabbage Face Punch is still on Spotlight right now, but I feel like I need to go do it because it's like really early in the morning, so hopefully no one will be there. We'll see. I swear I get sent to the lobby most of the time. Now, I think this only happens if literally no one is playing it, so that's probably a good sign that I can get a solo world. I'm effectively in here solo right now, so it's pretty good. There is somebody else here, but they like turned into a gorilla and logged out immediately. I don't know why this game is so laggy for me. I thought maybe it was just like a problem with the server, but I was in it with a bunch of people during Spotlight, and they were saying they were not having the same problem, so... I'm excited that I'm not going to have to do this for very long, just a few more days to get the points I need for the farmer's outfit, and I shouldn't have to touch it ever again after that. Yeah, I think the big time save from doing this solo is that if for some reason you have to go to the end zone because you can't do any more points gathering, like it just immediately skips to a 10-second timer. But if you have just one more person in the room, you have to wait for them to get to the end zone with you, which means a lot of standing around, which isn't fun. If I'm able to keep a solo game, I think next game I'm going to try just running to the other end constantly and ignoring all of the nodes and see how many points that's... I mean, I know it's 55 points, but I'm curious how many points per hour that is. Alright, trying the strategy of just running to the other side. It ends the game about 50 seconds sooner each wave. The problem is I'm not going to be able to heal off of gathering things, so I might have to occasionally heal just to not die. Well, so much for that plan. Somebody else joined the game. Oh well. Alright, I think I finished my last game for today. See how many points I have and then try to calculate how much more I have to do this. Okay, rewards. Farmer's outfit, so I can buy 2 pieces. So now I need basically 1,600 more points, so that's about a day and a half, and I should be done. I think, is it? How many pieces is it? I guess it's 5. So 2 days, but that'll still get me done. Not a very smart man. Over here trying to figure out why my cows aren't breeding. Even went ahead and got some fertile honeycombs. You can probably see why they're not breeding. Whoops. Well, that's okay, because I just bought a new cow, and it has the Studley trait, so that increases breed chance. I just have to raise it to adulthood. Go ahead and favorite her. I got thrown off because this one's name is Lois. I usually don't associate it as a man's name. Strength 38, just over here doing Chaos Druids for Grimy Herbs. Holy moly, there was a stealth update today that made the area loot on PC the same as on mobile, and it makes this so much easier. It's like 7 tiles in every direction now. Good God, I hope this is not a bug. It's so wonderful to be able to loot all of this stuff all around me. I can just kind of run around and attack everybody without having to worry about getting specifically close to anything. Strength 39. Area loot change is honestly massive for PVM feeling more tolerable. Like, because you don't have ground items, it's so hard to see what's actually available for you to loot, and you have to be really careful to always stay close to things, even when they're dying. But now I can kind of run a few tiles away and feel pretty confident that I can see everything in this window here. The only thing they really need to change still with loot after increasing area loot is just making sure that you can keep this window open indefinitely. It currently has this really stupid rule where, like, you can only do it when there's at least 2 items in the ground, which is awful. But I'll take this improvement. It's pretty huge. Gonna get the level up here? Yeah, 79 divination. Gonna have to start going hard soon, probably 2 more days. Alright, so I need something like 25,000 gems to get crafting to 80. It's gonna take a bit of a minute. It's probably gonna be a fairly AFK week of stuff to do as I try to unlock Invention as I hit divination 80 here soon. I'm nearing the end of the week. I've got about 2 days left, so I want to go ahead and get my Broken Home weekly out of the way. I'm gonna try to knock that out real fast. Just gonna follow the guide again. I'll report at the end. I don't think I need to complete the challenges, but it seems efficient to try to complete the challenges. Right, from now on, each time you complete the quest, you'll receive a huge lamp. I'll get the temporal chest this time. I should be able to get up through tier 3, I think. Yeah, I'm base 30 because of a couple skills. I think the first temporal chest is in this room. I'm just gonna go ahead and open it. Did really well with the book puzzle last time. I was pretty worried about it. I think this is probably the most significant RNG, so it's fortunate that it's at the very beginning of the quest. The second temporal chest here. Oh, well, I'm supposed to get it, but I missed it. 1 second. Well, it's a good thing I don't need to complete the challenges again, because I didn't realize that I had used the clock hands, but didn't advance the dialogue far enough to actually get the reward for it. Whoops. You end up getting the level 30 chest pretty late if you follow the quick guide. There we go. That's 3 of them. Alright, made it to the end. Ended up using 2 mystery meats because I was a little not safe with getting hit by the ghost, but I don't think the challenges matter anymore. It took about 5 minutes longer than last time, but I was also intentionally a little bit more chill about it. Talk to Maria. Claim a reward. Okay, yeah. Got it. Sweet. I'm gonna dump all these on summoning. So XP lamp 1. Boom. Not a lot of XP, but it gave me a level up. XP lamp 2. I'm not actually gonna traditionally train summoning until I get the full outfit. Save some charms. Tier 3. 39. And put the huge XP lamp on there because it scales. Summoning 40. Cool. Well, that'll make it easier to get the base 40. Alright. I'm done with my second Guthix cache for the day. Like I said, I think it'll be a couple more days. Maybe not tomorrow, but the day after I'll hit 80 divination, and then I'm going to drop everything for crafting and smithing. I'm going to go try to get all my fish flingers done. I really don't like sitting on 10 tickets like this. So if I end up having to do it solo, it's still pretty early in the day. That's fine. Alright, first fish flingers game is down. I'm in first place, apparently. Right on. Getting better at this. There's a lot of people, too. I don't a ton of people doing this right now for some reason. Had a pretty bad game there. I missed 2 big fish. That's the problem with tick manipulating, is it's really easy to click through a big fish. Fishing 54. Fishing 55. Still have a bunch of tickets. 5 tickets left to use. Fishing 56. 4 tickets left. Hey, I got first place again. Like, I can afford the tackle box upgrade, so I'm gonna pick that up here. Stack of 12 raw fish. Let's see. Oh, I have to bring it to him? Really, man? Come on. Alright, so I already have enough medals for the next tier, but you need 470 tokens, which is gonna take a while. Be another level up? Oh, not quite. It's taking quite a bit longer now to get level ups here. Turning in an easy request for Crandorian seeds and a frog. Here you go. Luminite stone spirits. I don't know if I'm actually going to use those. I guess I could use it for rune mining later. But still working on the next level up, which doesn't matter. This is the one I really care about. Buyers will buy twice as many small animals. I do play attentively enough that I should be able to get 24 chickens per day, I think. Right now I should get a level. There it is. Fishing 57. Alright, 1 more ticket and then I'm safe for 5 days and I have to do this all over again. I guess eventually I'll be done with fish flingers. Once I get that champions box, I won't do it ever again. The reason I'm even bothering, I know a lot of people don't even bother with this minigame, is that it's like really efficient fishing XP per hour compared to doing anything else. I guess it means I'm not actually getting any food, but I suppose I could always just go fish something higher level, right? Once I decide to finish fish flingers. Alright, finally done. Got first place that time. Maybe I'm going to see if I can keep on top of this, or if I'm just going to end up having to have this situation happen all over again in 5 days. But it's nice having a little bit of freedom to skip them. Okay, I've done the math, and it turns out that I need 25 rings of dueling 8 charges each to get enough gems to get to 80 crafting. So I'm gonna have to start going really hard on this. I'm gonna have to use this opportunity to get a lot of video editing done because it's gonna take a really long time to pull this off. Once it's done, it'll be behind me, and invention will be unlocked. I think I'm gonna do the crafting grind first. It's a little bit more attentive than the smithing grind. First things first, though, I'm gonna go ahead and make the rings of dueling, so I have to get a little bit of gold ore. Crafting Guild teleport's really convenient for getting quick gold ore. Oh, I think it's kind of neat that they have a furnace here, because the smithing rework meant that you could put a furnace for crafting in the Crafting Guild, and it doesn't really let you smith, right? All right, finished making. I have exactly 25 rings of dueling, so if I don't use them for anything else, that should kind of be my progress gauge for how long it's going to take to do this. Crazy number of trips, because each charge represents a full gem bag. So yeah, this is going to take a while, but starting today outside of dailies, that's the main thing I'm going to be working on. I'm also restarting recording for my Bonfire Man account. It's my chunk account on Old School starting tomorrow. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to be doing gem mining at the same time, which means I probably won't be able to record any gem mining that I do. So I will likely still pop on to record my dailies, since those have some pretty significant skilling impacts and other interesting things that can happen. But I'm probably just going to give you some like off-record updates on where I got with mining and how the gems are looking. I'm actually going to try using a games necklace. I can always make as many games necklaces as I have rings of dueling, because I think that one of these teleports, the Agaroth teleport, is literally the same tile as a bank, which is pretty funny. Those are equally easy for me to make, so I might switch to those if it's better. Actually, no. I'm stupid. I'm using the Ring of Dueling to get back to the mine, and I'm using the Wilderness Sword to bank, so I would end up having to make both. But that's okay. I could probably do that. Yeah, Games Necklace goes straight to this chest. That's pretty crazy. I do have to right-click bank. I can't left-click it, but it's a pretty minor downside. I'll make a whole bunch more Games Necklaces later. I won't have to use the Wilderness Sword. So I'm not sure if this is true, but I think my mining rate might get better with a better pickaxe, which I qualify for with mining level. So it might make sense for me to actually do smithing before I do mining. I'm going to finish this trip. I have enough banked bars from when I was traveling to Chicago that I should be able to get to 70 smithing pretty cleanly. I think I want to save the rest of my rune bars for when I get to 90 to make Elder Rune, which is going to be painful because it would probably get me a good chunk of the way to 80. Yeah, I need to get both of them to 80, so it doesn't matter which one I do first if the only objective is invention. So I may as well do smithing and mining first if it has a potential impact on crafting XP. Alright, I expect to be in this building for a while. I fortunately need to zoom out. I like being more zoomed in. I think it looks better for YouTube videos, but a lot of content like this where I have to zoom out to see the pipes, right? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use up all my orichalcum, and then we'll do rune. Smithing 66. Just finished an orichalcum burial set. I'm going to step away from smithing to do all my new dailies, and then I'm going to come right back here. I'll probably not record the next few smithing levels, because I'm going to be working on the chunk account. I realized that Alt-1 had this feature the whole time, but there's a Nemi Forest plugin that just pulls the most recent one from Reddit. Pretty useful. Prayer 53. You have unlocked a 25% discount at the local Mazcap supply store. I think that's actually a relevant unlock for me, the first relevant unlock, because I think that store sells pretty good food. Right now my food options are pretty terrible. And there's Farming 64. You can raise and breed spiders at 64, which I think are medium creatures. 64 farming, medium pen. I think you get them from random drops when killing spiders, so I don't know if I'll see another spider slayer task, but that'd be nice. Runecraft 35. Alright, finish the cache, second cache. Not gonna get a level up here, but I think I'm gonna get it tomorrow. I'll finally hit 80 divination, so yeah, the pressure is on. I'm gonna go start doing smithing again. I need to like confirm that the wiki is giving the right number for the total amount of XP earned for a rune burial set. I'm not sure if it's saying the total amount of XP for making everything from scratch, or if it's just the amount of XP for the set itself, then I'm going to calculate how many I need to make. I trust the wiki. It says it's 35k, 136. I'm going to try to fill my inventory with as many as possible to make this as AFK as possible. Okay, so according to my calculations, I need to make slightly more than 5.5 rune burial sets to get to 70 smithing, which I think is fine because that means that I can fill my inventory with 5 times 5 equals 25 items. The most I would realistically be able to fill anyway. Okay. Hey, I got a ceremonial sword order while I was making mithril arrowheads. These are fun. I think that there's actually a Alt-1 plugin that I'm going to try using here that helps you figure out what to do. I did try it on my own the last time it popped up. Ceremonial swords. Always hit red hard first, then hit green soft with 1 remaining distance, then hit orange medium, then finish any green soft with 2 remaining distance. We hit here, here. Yeah, it looks like this is about what I was doing anyway. It just kind of helps you eyeball it a little bit better, I guess. I see the shape is changing as I'm pressing it. Then hit green soft with 1 remaining distance, which I have none at the moment. Then hit orange. By that I think they mean yellow. Oh, I guess whenever I have 1 remaining. Okay, I'm misreading this. So some of these I do have within 1, so we have to do that first. That's careful, I think. No, that's soft. Okay. So this one. This one. Have any other ones that are that close? I got a phone call there. I got one more here. Last soft. 96%. That's not bad. Smithing 67. Sweet. Apparently you can get an armor piece for that occasionally. I did not. Okay, y'all. Here is my full inventory of eventually 5 rune burial sets. This should get me to 70. I'll report back once I get to 70. So working through smithing, but I've got just enough resources here to finally get the tier 2 workers unlocked. This unlock is insane. Like, literally doubles the speed of you doing stuff here. Okay, so the thing I need most crucially now is enough storeroom to build... Yeah, I need to build that breeding pen that I paid for. So I think I need to get a town hall and then a storehouse. And then the sleeping quarters, probably in that order before I bother, because then I'll be able to get up to the breeding pen pretty fast. So this reward for easy request is a medium rep boon, which seems really good, and I should be able to get it otherwise, but it requires willow seeds. I'm going to try to get those. I think I can buy them from Vinesweeper, which I've been avoiding attempting. I guess I can give it a try just to see how easy it is to target those seeds. If it seems like it's impossible, then I won't do it again. I think I need to figure out how to get to Vinesweeper. Talk to a tool leprechaun. Winkin's farm. Can you take me to Winkin's farm? Okay. I have to talk to Blinken. What is this place? Prove your farming skill getting flags from me or Mrs. Winkin. Head out the field and place flags where you think plants are. Basically, Minesweeper is more straightforward than I thought it was going to be. So I can just like dig a hole anywhere. It's gonna give me like a number. Oh my god, it's literally just Minesweeper. Okay. Alright, so it's cute that this is in the game, but you get like barely any points even for finding them successfully. Like I had 2 successful flags planted and got like 150 points, and I need 1800 points for a single willow seed. So this is kind of unfortunate. I'm guessing that the whole thing is meant to be like a GP sync or an item sync for seeds for main accounts that can just go on the Grand Exchange and buy 11 willow seeds or whatever. But for an iron, just getting willow seeds is not so trivial. All right, I'm popping out of here. I'm not gonna be able to get that task done, unfortunately. I've got a chunk account to work on, but I still need to do my dailies every day. I'm going to continue to stay on top of that. So the last thing I have to do here is cabbage face punch. I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to hop over to AFKing smithing. Oh, I've got a solo game, so I'm going to try my whole just run to the end zone solution, see if it works. So the modified strategy is to try to stay topped off on health. So if I do a run where I get to the end zone and I take a bunch of damage, then on the next wave I'll kill monkeys until I get my health back, and then continue to just run to the end zone. Alright, so rushing in, I get about 75 points in like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I guess I can tell by how much Thaler I got, right? I need to get 600 points total, so I get about 10 points per minute. Yeah, I really just need to get this daily over with because it takes like an hour, and most dailies take like a couple minutes. So if I can get the daily that takes an hour done with, that would be really swell. Doesn't help that half the time I try to log in, it boots me to the lobby. Had this happen now several times where it's the end of the round and it clearly says the round is ended and I've moved out of the safe zone. And like the moment I move out of the safe zone, I get turned into a gorilla because like I guess the game is lagging and it thinks that it's still the previous round. I need 102 more points. Hopefully that's one game. That could be one game. All right. I think I did it. 0 more points. That's what we like to see. So I'm buying another piece of the outfit. I think this has a modified version. There's a total of 6 pieces. So I now have 3 pieces. So tomorrow I'll get another 1,200 points, which will get me to 1,700, which will be 2. So I have to do one more day after that. And then I'm done and I never have to touch this again. Looking forward to it. All right, picking up all my chickens and selling chickens and cows and stuff. And then it's off recording smithing time and get to 70 smithing. 5 rune burial sets. All right, popping over real quick to do this. There it is, 70 smithing. I'm gonna finish this last burial set. It's got about 3,000 XP left in it, and then I'm gonna go mine necronium for the first time. So I'll show you me checking out necronium. And I just AFK a whole ton of it. Also, while I'm here, I got the chest piece. I ended up getting the 50% respect and got the blacksmith's top. Okay, I think both mines I probably just want to do in the wilderness, it seems like. Looks like they just updated the wilderness so that you can teleport out of there if you're not opted into PvP, which would be really convenient. All right, here's the necrite I'm going to mine. I'm just going to stay here until I have half an inventory. Then I'll go get half an inventory of phasmatite, I think is the name of it. And then I'll make necrite equipment and come back here and actually do this for a long time. Oh, dang, I need a ton of bars to make a max pickaxe. So I think I'm just going to bounce out with this. I should need 2 bars to make a level 1 pickaxe, or a level 0 pickaxe, and 2 bars to make an ore box. So I think I do that, and then the lava maze has the phasmatite. As far as I can tell, this is completely safe and great timing that I can just freely teleport out of here. I previously would not have been able to freely teleport out of here, but they literally just patched it like a day ago to make it so as long as you're not skulled, you can teleport from any level. I don't get aggroed too bad by these guys. Yeah, they're a little scary. I don't know how like practically dangerous this is with the Hydrix dragons and stuff. I need to bring some food to do this safely. Worst case, there's a different mine. I'm probably gonna die. Thought I had a one-click teleport with me. I guess not. Well, might have a safer time getting there by way of the edge of the lever. I'm gonna try that. All right, this whole place is significantly more dangerous, wildly more dangerous than it is in old school. All right, I'm gonna try the Port Phasmatis mine. I might be able to walk there. Let's see. This is the first time getting to a mining location has been a problem. This one's convenient. It might be worth doing Ghosts Ahoy just so I can ecto file here instead of having to run all the way from Canopus. Once I have the ore box, I can stay there for quite a while, but it is still kind of annoying to have to be so far from a bank. I guess also being able to get back into Port Phasmatis, I could just bank there and not have to teleport over and over. Yeah, here we go. Phasmatite. Just gonna get like 4, and then I'll go get my upgrades and come back. Okay, smelting my first ever necronium bars. And then once I have this set up, I'm just gonna do the rest of it unrecorded. You've seen me do it a bunch of times. I'll summarize my mining levels and stuff afterward. All right, making a necronium pickaxe. Just realized I absolutely brought a archaeological soil box and not an ore box with me, so I'll go grab it from the bank here in a second. All right, there's the level 1 form of the pickaxe. Looks pretty cool. Go ahead and add that to my tool belt. And now I just have to go make the ore box. All right, there's the ore box. I need 1,650 necronium bars to get to 80, so that's where I'm gonna be living for the next forever, outside of doing dailies. So I'm gonna head out and do that on, I guess I'll just do it on my phone. Won't take any screenshots or anything. I'll come back, obviously, to update progress when I have to do dailies and stuff, but I'll see you around. Bye. Hey, just popping in here to do my dailies. Haven't gotten that much done. There is a place to bank around this area. There's like a guy that walks around that you can right-click bank with. So that's been nice. But yeah, let me do daily. Out of Guam's again, so I'm just gonna quickly head into Chaos Druids for 10 minutes before the next Guthix cache. 40 strength. 41 strength. Heading off to the Guthix cache that's about to trigger. I had a really good run at Chaos Druids, 21 Guams. The new area loot changes are massive. It makes looting in situations like that insanely more tolerable. All right, let's see. Do we get the level up here? Is this 80 divination? Okay. So that's done. Now we really are going to go hard on smithing and crafting. All right, getting in my hour of cabbage face punch. 2 more days of this, today and tomorrow, and I should never have to do it again. Got a really good cabbage face punch round. Got like 155 points. That's pretty good. Saves me like 5 minutes or so. All right, I got my cabbage face punch done. This is my last farmer outfit piece before the modified headset, so I should be completely done with it now. And then I'll have to do it one more time tomorrow. Then I'll finally be done. Hooray.
So excited.
I really don't like this mini game.
You said you'll be done.
I'm gonna be done. That's the exciting part. Yeah, it'll be over. Okay, so I have a story to tell you. I was out mining on mobile before going to bed and mining nechrite ore, and out of nowhere, my ore box was gone. And I'm like, that's weird. What's that all about? So I Google it, and there's a whole bunch of people reporting this problem where their ore box just like disappeared on them. And apparently, the most likely thing that happened was drag and drop on mobile is very likely to be done on accident if you're like long pressing something to look at its contents, or you're just if you set the phone down and it gets swiped. So it just drag and dropped out of my inventory, fell on the ground, and I didn't notice it. And so all the ore in it is gone. It was like 100 ore or something. So I had to make a new one, and remember, to make a new one, you have to make a copper ore box, and then an iron ore box, and then a steel ore box. So I did all that last night just to get it out of the way. I had to go gather some luminite to make adamant bars, but that's really annoying. Lost like 10%-ish of what I need, 5% of what I need for 80 smithing, but I guess I won't make that mistake again. I'm going to turn off drag to drop. What a bad... I wish there was just shift drop, right? That's much harder to do on X. When the weekly turnover happens, I'm going to work on that for a bit. I feel like most of the weeklies are done pretty quickly. Familiarization starts in 7 minutes, so I'm just going to hang out in Taverley and clean some herbs and make some unfinished potions to pass the time. Oh, I can't do familiarization right now because it's in Keldagrim, which I don't think I can access yet. I can see, I guess, if I can start the quest. I don't remember. I think it has prerequisites. Maybe it's different in... RS3. Oh, I can just hop worlds and find a different place. That helps. Castle Wars. Okay, that's a little bit more. All right, I think I need to do familiarization for a few more weeks to get the full set. I don't want to do any summoning until I complete the set. I'll have a go. Wild to me how much like crazy easier this is with the spa buff, and that the spa buff came out first, so this game was broken on release. Absolutely nuts to me. I think it's like a reasonable challenge if you have to do it for real. Do you think someone would have reported, hey, the spa buff breaks this minigame, like when it came out, and they're like, oh shit, okay, well, we should fix that. Familiarization complete. Get my reward. Summoning ingredients. Proboscis and spider carcass. Not as exciting as what I sometimes get here. We'll take the shaman leggings, though. I think I need 2 more weeks to finish the shaman's outfit. I've got 4 out of 5 pieces. I have to get the 5th piece and then the modified headgear. Heading down to Irby Werby. All right, I got my 100 points here. I don't think I'm allowed to get lamps, but maybe I am. Certain tasks have lamps blocked on Ironman. I can never tell which one is which. 'Cause I don't think there's anything else to buy here. I guess there's the totem bases. Let me see what these totem bases do and what the other pieces require, because if the other pieces require stuff that I can't get to, then I'm just going to get lamps if it lets me. All right, Totem of the Abyss is a teleport. Requires Big Game Hunter, which requires 75 Slayer that I don't have. And the teleport it gives you doesn't seem particularly useful for the way I'm currently using Anachronia, so I'm not going to worry about that one too much. The other one, Totem of the Crystal, is Priff. So yeah, I think I do lamps until these totems become relevant, and then I can, start building up to them. So small herblore lamp. How much of XP is a small herblore lamp? That's actually not very good. I think it's fine, but I could live without it. So I think I'll actually go for the totem pieces next time. All right, here to help Meg.
Oh wow! Nothing went wrong. I didn't fall over my feet. I even
Same as
found
last
some amazing
time.
treasure.
Thank you. I'll take a huge fishing lamp. Why not? Fishing 58. Sure, it was free. Probably need to do all my fishing in Menaphos, but I have to get my cooking up because it's way behind. Doing the Wisps of the Grove weekly. I don't know if the farming output affects this, but we'll see. Right, turning in Wisps of the Grove. Do not think they gave me any bonus XP. Okay. Decided to just do water filtration once a week. Okay, I got a Dragonstone. That's kind of cool. Some random caskets, coins, diamond. Do I have a high enough crafting level to make a Ring of Wealth already? Let me check. Oh, I probably do, but I don't have the magic level to enchant it. Doing the big top here. Range 33. I still get pretty good range XP from this place, which is really funny. Range 34. Magic 38. And there's Magic 39. Just got a couple levels here. It's great. Fighting Agaroth. It's so interesting there's a games necklace teleport for this, given that there's no reason to do it other than the weekly, right? And I guess, you know, for the bank chest, but Agaroth's done. Second Guthix cache is done. I feel like it's probably going to be like 4 of these games per level up now. I guess I'm going to keep doing this till 99 divination, and then I'll be free. Here at the POF, sold all of my cows, and now I'm selling all my chickens. I don't think I have quite enough. I think getting breeding in medium pens. Oh, I can get it now. Okay. Yeah, now I can finally actually benefit from my my sheep as well. So I think that this is the correct next purchase if I'm trying to maximize bean income. Breed in medium pens purchase. I can now start using my sheep again, which I've been doing nothing with for a while. Looking through the other upgrades, I think the next thing I want to spend beans on is the trapper to get me random animals, since it's going to be annoying to try to target farm some of those like chinchampas. So I'm going to save up for 5k beans to get that. Dailies are all done. I'm heading back to old school RuneScape, and I'm going to do mining on mobile. Hopefully not lose another 100 or so nechrite ore. That's so annoying. Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm back for more dailies here. Update on my progress. I've gotten a mining 81 from doing this while working on the chunk account, and I finished all of the nechrite, so I have like 1650 nechrite or something banked, and I'm currently working on the phasmatite. So I'm gonna finish out this inventory. I'm pretty close to having a full box plus full inventory. Then I have to go do dailies. All right, I got a full inventory. It's pretty wild. It took me like basically all day yesterday to get all the nechrite I needed, playing at AFK while working on my chunk account. So a solid 6 hours of mining or something. One of my dailies is checking on the Anachronia base camp, and I'm getting like 13,000 resources now. I guess getting the upgrades to workers is pretty huge. It'd be really nice to get to tier 3-1 down the line here. Something I did get, but I wanted to wait until I was able to record to open, was this metamorphic geode. I think this is what dropped some dragon boots last time. These must be pretty rare, 'cause I've seen 2 of them now from like 60 mining to present. So what we get? Strange rock and a first age coin. For fishing, that's weird. Look up what the first age coin is. It's just a really high alchemy item. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah. It's literally just to high alch for 1 million coins. Okay, I mean, that saves me some time safe cracking, I guess. I'm not 55 magic yet, so I'll just sit on it for now. Well, I'm back on my getting up really early in the morning in order to do RuneScape rather than trying to stay up late thing. It's like 3 in the morning in my time, but that means that Nemi Forest is usually dead. Like the map for that day has been depleted, so this is not the right map. I'm gonna have to come back later. I think my specific hours of playing perfectly overlap with when the person who runs Nemi Forest is going to sleep, so I hope my bean income goes up a bit now that I can raise sheep. Farming 65. The outfit makes a pretty big difference here. Oh boy, finally get the "you do not have enough space in your bank" message. I think I should just grab the upgrades here. I don't think I have any other way to improve bank space other than to take the ones they're giving me. The common theme for stuff that I don't want to engage in is anything that's like time gated, like the majority of the account rewards are. So it looks like everybody is guaranteed to start with 4 extra bank upgrades, so I'm just gonna take those. Okay, I think it's just members just get 4 free bank boosters, and you just have to claim them for some reason. Like it doesn't just give them to you. I thought maybe this was based on month sub, but I think that everybody just gets 4. So that'll kick the can down the road very briefly. Bank space being a microtransaction isn't the worst thing in the world to me, as long as it's not designed around it. Like I would buy banks. Like I really don't like Path of Exile as a game, but if I played Path of Exile, I would probably spend money on stash space and not feel too bad about it. But yeah, we have 970 spaces. Waiting for the Guthix cache to start at the new Wisps I can do at 80 Divination. No, I didn't bring a lot of inventory space, whoops. That tinking noise you hear in the background is this. I'm overdoing my chunk account in OSRS. Usually I have it on a different monitor, but I just like to get all my recording done for the dailies here. I'm just having them on the same machine at the moment. Hoping that shooting star that you hear tinking is going to last me through all my dailies. We'll see. Alright, exited the cache. I got one more to do today. I'll probably do the other one on my other monitor, so I just won't record it. Last thing I got to do today is Cabbage Face Punch. Then I'll be done with Cabbage Face Punch forever, which is very exciting. I'm also starting to think about other skilling outfits that have modified headwear, just so I could get as many of the daily rewards from those as possible. There's only 2 other ones that I don't have, that I can't work toward right now, because smithing's going to take a long time, and summoning is time gated. But I could do prayer, which requires ecto tokens, and cooking, which requires gnome restaurant. I'm gonna mute this real quick while I'm talking. Thank you. Since the prayer one requires ecto tokens, I'm thinking of doing Ghosts Ahoy anyway, just to make the Phasmatite grind a little bit easier, so I can ectophile and bank inside Port Phasmatis. I believe that just requires that I do Priest in Peril, which is a pretty quick quest, and then Ghosts Ahoy, but I'll double check. So I just need 800 points, so I don't even have to play the game all day. That's great. Just have to get 400 points, technically, so that's like 4 games, maybe less if I do well. Well, I got a solo game, so that's nice. These are always a lot more chill. I can try to get the extra points here by fighting and gathering, but if I decide to run for the end zone, I don't waste time standing around. Minigame's not that bad in truth. I don't know if I've captured it, but it's for some reason insanely laggy for me. I don't know if there's something wrong with my specific connection, or it just doesn't like the server that this minigame is hosted on. I'll try to just let the recording run for a second so that future Marstead and editing can point out a position where it's lagging. Basically, sometimes I'll click and my character will just stand completely still and then suddenly like burst across the whole map and actually go to where I clicked. There it is. It's happening right now. So I click this spot and then boom. That's so weird. Why does that happen? I think I may have just barely gotten enough points to be done with this minigame forever. I don't have to deal with the lag ever again. Let's see. Am I going to be like just short? I think I may have gotten just enough points that round to be done. Oh, thank God. All right. Farmer's outfit. Yes, please. There it is. Farmer's hat add-on. It is finished. Add that thing on there. Add to hat. Bird's nests. Ectovine. Oh, that's actually kind of convenient for what I'm doing right now. Chance to save a seed while planting. Receive items. This is actually pretty good. Oh, although I was hoping it was going to be like normal bird seed nests in old school where it's almost all tree seeds, but more seeds is good. I don't really have a direct way to get seeds other than sitting at the master farmer for hours, so I'll take it. Okay, that was episode 13. Next episode is going to open with doing Priest in Peril and Ghosts Ahoy, just to make mining for Phasmatite ore easier. And the major main objective at the moment is pivoting to focusing on invention. I want to get that unlocked as soon as humanly possible, so every spare moment I have is going to be spent mining and smithing and crafting. See y'all next time with episode 14. Bye.